Yeah, man. Treylow podcast. Coming at you. And what day is it? November the 8th, 2019. Just waking up and shit. What's been going on, man? What's been going on? Oh, man. It's been cold weather came in this week. Yesterday, November the 7th, we had a little cold front come in. It's crazy, man, because, like, you see people early in the day and they ain't prepared. Like, I used to be like that when I was younger. Never prepared for the weather change. Now, since I got a smartphone, you just have little updates pop up. Oh, cold front fixing to come in, something. Kind of lets you know in advance. Raining today. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I just go out there in my normal gear. And halfway through the day, the cold front come in and be freezing my fucking ass off like some of these people out here. You always know the ones that ain't looking at the weather, because early in the day it's hot. They're walking around in some shorts and t-shirt. And then later on in the day it's like 40-something degrees and they're over there shaking and outside shivering. So bring your pets in this week. Bring your pets inside so they can chew up your furniture. I got 2 dogs. One's a puppy. Other one's a big dog. So you know how it is with the puppies. I want to chew up everything. I gotta bring them in, man. It's too cold out there. He'll be out there doing that sad puppy dog look at the back door window. Please let me in. I'm freezing. Dad, please me. Like, all right, I'll let you in for a little minute. Austin, Texas, man. It's my birthday month. Birthday coming up on the 22nd. I'm gonna go out there to Vegas, do some gambling. Me and SRT. Probably post some videos on my gram or put some pictures on my gram or something like that. Maybe some videos on my YouTube channel, D Myers 45, if you want to check me out. I just been I made like one beat this I've been lazy, man. I made like one beat this month, and I did DJ a whole CD. So I've been messing with the mixtape scene lately. So there's this one guy now, I think his name is Sleepy Rose. Kind of reminds me of like 21 Savage, It's like a spinoff 21 Savage. But he's got a new mixtape out, man. His shit's pretty bumping, man. If you like hip hop. Other than that, album releases, man, it's been kind of slow, man. Kanye West came out. I don't even listen to his shit. I've never listened to none of his albums, so that's nothing new to me. I wouldn't give you a review on that because I've never listened to none of them. What else came out? What's his name? The Baby Kirk album, I think came out last month or something. Baby just sounds like Jody Breeze to me, man. I don't know why. Some of these rappers, all of them sound the same, basically, or they just biting off of somebody else's style. I remember Scarface in his biography was talking about how he don't listen to no rap, because if you listen to other people's rap, subconsciously you're not even aware of it, but you're actually like maybe taking some of their style and incorporating it in your own style. Gucci Mane's a trip, like when it comes to shit like that. Gucci Mane got his own style, but if you ever listen to him when he has a feature on a song, he tends to just imitate the other person's style of rapping with the feature. So he's a trip like that. Like, he's like, oh, you want to rap this style? I can rap that way. I want to rap that style? I can rap that way. I'm sure the feature's cool with it. Like, I mean, he probably asked him, like, hey, okay, that's your style. of rapping, I'm gonna go like you on this song, cause I just be noticing like I think it was a couple songs he did, like one with Quavo, and he started rapping like the Migos, like Quavo, and then every new rapper that comes out and he does a feature with on the same song, he'll do their style. It's not as cool sounding because it's Gucci Man, and even though he could do their imitate their style, he's still not as cool as the original person doing the style. So last podcast I talked a little bit about the 49ers, my team. It's been a long, many moons since actually say anything positive about the 49ers, but you know, this year we actually 8-0 right now, so we kicking ass. Here's the thing, man. You don't want to jinx it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see other 49er fans, we quiet. We don't even say nothing to each other. We don't want to jinx it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you start talking and bragging about the shit, next thing you know, you're going to lose. And even if you do talk about it, don't brag about it because, you're going to eat some humble pie. Everybody does. You can't just win forever. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice, but gonna take a loss. I think we might take a loss this week with the Seahawks because it seems like every time Pete Carroll comes and plays the 49ers, man, he's got our ticket, man. Russell Wilson got our ticket, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is how it breaks down. Like when you got a good team, like we have, even when we had our Super Bowl run last time with Kaepernick and all that. Like this is the way you can analyze football. Is regular season becomes like a time to analyze your team's strengths and weaknesses. So you kind of figure out what team you line up with good and you can win over, and then what team you can't. So you take that information in, and then you go into the playoffs. I remember when we did go to the Super Bowl and play the Baltimore Ravens back with Kaepernick. I remember watching us play the Ravens in the season, and we couldn't beat them. They kicked our ass. So it's kind of like you kind of take that into account. Like, okay, when I go into the playoffs, I can beat the shit out of this team, even if they're a good team, even if they're like, undefeated or 14-2 or some shit like that. The record, if you whoop their ass in the season, 9 times out of 10, when you go into the playoffs, you're gonna whoop their ass again. But if they whooped your ass, then you're in trouble. You could just hope. You can just say, please let us win. Because I knew, like, as soon as they said the Ravens were going to the Super Bowl, I was like, we're going to lose this one. Even though the lights went off and all that bullshit happened, I was like, there's no way we're going to beat the Ravens, man. Because I saw how they whooped our ass in the season, man. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, we got the Ravens, 3 weeks from now? And this chick that works, well, she doesn't work at my job. I just see her when I'm at work. Big time Baltimore Raven fan. And Ravens just took out the New England Patriots. They were undefeated. And she goes, we coming for y'all in 3 more weeks if we still undefeated by then. So that would be a game to, she can rub in my face if she actually, that right now, if Ravens do that, they like the undefeated crushers. They beat the undefeated teams. You know what I'm saying? Because Patriots, man, they just got exposed, man. Everybody said number one defense, but they didn't really play nobody. And then they play the Ravens, and they get their ass kicked. But here's the thing, man. I had another guy trash talking 49ers said, y'all ain't playing nobody. I'm like, we ain't played nobody. We played the Rams. We smashed them at home. They were Super Bowl contenders last year. Everybody said we were going to lose that game. We played the Panthers, and everybody said, oh, they can't lose with Kyle Allen. And we've put 51 points on them boys. And they're supposed to have this good-ass defense. So come on, man. And then the last time we played the Cardinals, and people are like, well, the Cardinals aren't that great. They, got a losing record. But Kyler Murray is no joke, man. The dude can play. Even though he's little. He's reminds me of an up-and-coming Russell Wilson. Running all over the field and shit. And then also in that game, Quan Alexander got hurt. So that pissed me off, man. Quan kind of started our whole defensive run. If you were paying attention to the 49ers when we started the season, The first game was it Tampa Bay? I think it was the first game was Tampa. Yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, they ain't shit. But see, the thing was, I think it was game two, which I can't even remember. I know we played the Redskins, the Tampa Bay. We played a bunch of no-name teams. You know what I'm saying? It was game two. It wasn't the Steelers. It was, damn, I can't even think of it right now. I have to look it up on Google and shit. That's sad, man. That's sad that you gotta look up your Google shit on your home team, and you got a championship run. You know what I'm saying? But you can't even remember your own schedule, like all the teams you beat. That's one. It's probably like a sorry team, so it's probably why I can't remember it. But let me look it up real quick, just so I can point it out. Okay. Bengals. It was the Bengals. We played the Bengals week two. And that's where I saw, if you watch that game, if you go watch Bengals versus 49ers, I guess on YouTube, I guess they might have it up there. I don't know if they will. But week two, you can see where Quan just, his energy is just pulsating, you know what I'm saying, for defense, man. He just like amped the fuck up, just tearing up people's, tackling us, clapping his hand, knocking the shit out of people, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, damn, what the hell's going on, man? This guy right here is really getting this defense amped up. You know what I'm saying? So when he went out, I was like, damn. And we got a whole new linebacker in for him now. They say he's faster, but I think Russell Wilson might expose that dude. That's just my personal opinion. Like, because this dude's, I think he's a rookie or something. I mean, he hasn't took too many snaps as far as like a starting position on linebacker. So usually, like, that's the way it goes, man. If somebody that's a starter gets hurt on the field, it's like chess, man. You know what I'm saying? So the coach on the other team is going to take a chance to expose. And here's another thing. They say Robbie Gould might be out for this game. I don't know who's going to be our kicker. That'll be another thing that they might try to expose. Like, put us in a lot of field goal positions where we miss a lot of kicks. But come on now, Robbie Gould done missed like 20 points this season anyways. It's like, dude, that little dude right there, I don't know if he's a diehard 49er fan or undercover, some other fan, man. Because, like, I mean, he's just straight up losing games for us, man. Like, come on, man. You could, like, you're supposed to be a professional kicker and you missed over 20 points this season. Like, you missed a lot of field goals. And see, the thing with Robbie is, like, when we was sorry, he was actually, not missing nothing. Then we start getting good and he starts missing these field goals. I'm like, what the hell's going on with you, dude? So, Sherman the Worm going to be out there. Sherman, he's going to be piping off because that's his old team, Seahawks. But Sherman, he need to be quiet, man. We 8-0, man. Just be quiet, man. Enjoy the ride, man, because we might be 8-1 by the end of this Monday night. Hopefully. I'm going to watch a game. Hopefully our front defensive 5 is not 6 now because Quan's out. Will actually do something. And we actually have Emmanuel Sanders, but shit, the Seahawks just got Josh Gordon, and he might be active for Monday night. So that's just ridiculous. And they got Jadeveon Clowney. I can't even say his name. Jadeveon Clowney. If he's any good, you know what I'm saying, from Houston Texans, as a pass rusher. So Garoppolo's going to have to play good. Now, here's the thing I was saying on the last podcast about Garoppolo. I was saying he's not accurate with ball placement. I was wrong, and I got to rectify or clarify whatever that shit, because here's the thing that I noticed about Shanahan's offense that I wasn't paying attention to. It's, what's it called? High-paced, quick offense. But the thing is, he throws the ball and before the receiver gets to that position. Because if you watch what he does, man, this is why we're so productive on our offense with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's like he'll scan one side of the field so the defense thinks he's going to throw to the left side. And while he's doing that, you got a receiver out on the right side that he hasn't looked at yet. So the defense is not paying attention to that one receiver. So when he's looking over the left side, he turns to the right real fast, and then he throws it. But when he's throwing it, he's not looking at where he's throwing it. He's just expecting the receiver to be there, so the defense can't cover that receiver or make that adjustment. It's kind of like playing chess. Like, I'm gonna look over here and make you think I want to throw to these guys, but I'm really gonna throw to the other guy. But I'm not gonna look because it's gonna happen so quick. So he expects the receiver to be in that position, and sometimes the throws actually look sloppy because it's like, okay, you threw like, either at the ground or a few feet away from the receiver, and it's like that looks sloppy on your ball placement. It's not really sloppy. That's just how they're playing because they have to throw off the defense. And then this last game with the Cardinals, everybody said he stepped it up. Everybody was like underestimating Jimmy G like as an average quarterback. And then the game when he had to, accomplish what he needed to do to get the first down, he did it. And see, that's what I like is I want everybody to assume that he's an average quarterback. I don't want everybody to know all our cards that we're playing. I want you to assume that 49ers ain't played nobody. Yet they suck. I want people to think Jimmy G's not that great a quarterback. I want all that shit because if you start really studying us, then you'll know, okay, this is what, you'll be able to know everything about Jimmy G. And I don't want everybody to know everything about Jimmy G because, then they can figure him out. And it's all about figuring people out. They were talking on this podcast last time. I listened to on earlier this week on Cowherd's podcast. I think Aqib Talib was talking about how Baker Mayfield always rolls out to his right. So they have defense already set up to where, okay, he's going to roll out to his right when he goes out the pocket. They figured him out. You know what I'm saying? You can't have defenses figuring you out. You always got to stay a step ahead of the defense, like playing chess, and you got to throw them off, do stuff that's going to trick them. That's the only way you're going to be productive in the NFL now because everybody's smart these days. It's not like the old, football where it's all like just power hit, power smash, power tackle shit. Big guys, smashing up the little guys. It's all changed now, man. It's kind of like, now it's all like, people that are super smart watching these films, studying every little thing about a person, every little detail, like how he twists his hips or how he moves his helmet or how he blinks his eyes. That's going to tell you what he's going to do, how he holds a football, shit like that, man. They got films study so much now where it's that all they doing is studying people to figure out exactly how this dude plays the game. That's what happened with Kaepernick, People figured him out. He didn't, you only got a good run, like if you're average quarterback, for like 2 or 3 years. And if you don't evolve and your game stays the same, people figure you out. And pretty much after those 2 or 3 years, you're done, man. You just stay average and you don't accomplish nothing. You got to constantly evolve, man. Constantly change your game up, change your strategy, everything. All right, I'm about 18 minutes and 36 seconds into this podcast. Let me see. What can I say? Advice? Eat more vegetables, maybe? You want to live longer? Eat more vegetables. You want to look better? Eat more vegetables. Don't stop eating meat, though. I'm not ever saying you be a vegetarian. I don't give a damn. I was watching this documentary on Netflix. No offense to vegetarians, but why y'all always gotta preach? Y'all gotta eat healthy. I mean, it's okay to eat healthy and be a vegan or a vegetarian, but why y'all gotta sit up there and broadcast it like march? Got a march to preach that shit to the whole world. Like you gotta eat this. Then they're always attacking meat. Meat does this to your body. Meat does that to your body. Well, hell, you don't like meat. That's you. I'm not attacking vegetables. And this is the thing about vegetables. That was alive. A plant's alive. And you killed it and you ate it. Just like with the animal. You killed it and you ate it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you eat something that different. And vegetables have all this what's that shit? Chemicals they spray on that shit can make you sick and all this shit. You don't see the fucking meat eaters going after the vegetarians talking about, man, you can get sick off of that shit. Every time I turn around, romaine lettuce is getting took off the freaking out the produce department because of CDC or whatever saying, oh no, that's a CDC or whatever, the ADA or whatever, fuck the FDA or whatever, Food Drug Administration or something, saying that romaine lettuce can poison you, and they throw it all away. It's causing food poisoning and shit. You don't see me getting all like, let me do a whole damn documentary on how vegetables can fuck you up like meat. I don't get these vegetarians, man. Just be happy you eat vegetables all the time. I guess they not happy, man, because they can't enjoy a sloppy-ass cheeseburger with cheese just bubbling off the side, the meat just greasy going down. You're just like, You know what I'm saying? It just tastes so good, man. It tastes so good. You just love it. And then you feel all good later on. You're just like, I felt relaxed. And then people say don't eat no pork, man. I had some barbecue pulled pork last week, man. Oh my gosh, man. That shit was so greasy and so good. The flavoring was so good. It just melted in my mouth, man. And then they're talking about, well, I like pork because, see, my thing is I'm high energy. So I don't want to eat healthy meats all the time. I don't want chicken and fish. Sometimes I want something to kind of, relax me, calm me down. I don't want nothing to just amp me up every minute. Like chicken, man, it's cool to eat healthy chicken. I eat chicken most of the time. But I'm just saying, man, there's sometimes when I don't feel like eating that shit because it amps me up, man. I don't want to be amped up. I don't want all that energy, man. I want something to relax me. So pork will sit up there, eat some bacon or something. You know what I'm saying? Cornbread. And I can relax. People like, man, you don't eat that pork, it's going to mess you up. Well, hell, sometimes I need a little mess up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why people drink alcohol. They know alcohol's not good for them. But shit, they want to get, like, relaxed. So that's my little soliloquy on people always talking down on shit, man. Talking down. But anyways, the documentary I watched, I think it was on Netflix, and this dude was talking about how Nate Diaz whooped Conor McGregor. I don't even watch UFC. I hadn't watched UFC since the first UFC, like when it first came out, man. So I watched some of this and I was like, man, come on, man. These dudes over here, wrestling and shit, thinking they're tough guys. I guess, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not nothing against it. It's just not my thing, man. But he was talking about how Nate Diaz whooped Conor McGregor because Conor McGregor ate steaks every day. And Nate Diaz had a plant-based diet, so plant-based diet is better for you. Well, that doesn't mean shit, man, because you can have that situation happen, and then you can have the same situation happen again to somebody else, and somebody who eats meat can beat somebody who's eating plants. You know what I'm saying? So either way, you know what I'm saying? That's not even the case, man. Somebody can eat meat every day, all day, and still be able to whoop somebody's ass. Or you can have two people that eat plants, and one's going to lose, right? So how can you tell, okay, this guy ate plants and this guy ate plants, but one lost? You know what I'm saying? Or two people that eat meat, you know what I'm saying? One's going to lose. It don't matter about what your diet is. It's not going to make you win or lose. You know what I'm saying? It's just who you are. You're going to lose regardless. Somebody's going to lose whether they eat anything. You know what I'm saying? So that was just the dumbest thing. Oh, he eats plants, so he's going to win. That's not it, man. This guy was more talented at fighting. That's why he won. And probably trained more. That's probably why he won. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it gives you more energy so you can train better. Nah, bullshit. You can sit up there and train good on meat or plants. It don't matter. It's how much you're dedicated. And even if you train, you could train your ass off. If you're not a good, if the other guy's a better fighter than you, even if he didn't train, I've seen guys that are sloppy as fuck, beer belly and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go in there in the UFC, just probably just got done killing a whole 12-pack of beer, and they're just better at fighting. They've had more fights, street fights, whatever, and they whooped the shit out of this muscle bound, plant eater or whatever, big time, body fit. They whooped the shit out of the motherfucker. So it doesn't even matter about your diet when it comes to fighting. It just doesn't know if if you're a good fighter or not. That's all that matters. Anyways, man. So I'm not attacking that whole documentary, and vegetarians are probably gonna hear this podcast and want to kill me, man. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of hate mail and shit now. I don't know, man. I'm not having nothing against vegetarians, vegans, anything. Eat what you want to eat, man. Just don't bash everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. If you want to eat meat, you eat meat. If you want to, I get tired of people always constantly preaching healthy shit. And see, the thing about that is, man, I can always sit back and see, they constantly say you got to eat healthy, eat healthy, eat healthy. But then I always see like one time where they're not healthy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're full of shit. People pick what they like, and people pick like what they don't like. So you full of shit. You know what I'm saying? You can say eat healthy, and then I see you eat a Snickers bar one day. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't eat healthy then. Nobody gonna eat healthy 100%. That's why I tell everybody, man. It's all about balance. You can fuck around. I mean, no food is bad to me. Pizza, burgers, none of that shit is bad, man. It's about balance, man. As you get older, you got to eat more healthy, but you can still eat bullshit and enjoy it to the fullest. It's just don't eat it as much. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention to what you're doing and eat more balanced, and you can live a longer life. That's all it is. I mean, if you sit up there and cram pizza and burgers down your throat every fucking day and don't eat no vegetables or anything, I mean, of course, you after so many years, it's gonna fucking catch up to you. High blood pressure, diabetes, overweight, obese, tired all the time. What's it called? Lethargic. No, what's it called? Fatigued all the time. Headaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Heart attack. What else, man? All kinds of shit, man. But like I said, as long as you do a balanced lifestyle, you good as you get older. And that's the thing, though. That's the hardest thing, because we don't want to sit up there and focus on it. You know what I'm saying? We just want to eat what we want to eat. We don't focus on, I got to do this, I got to do that. Nobody wants to focus. You know what I'm saying? Just want to enjoy life. We ain't going to be here that long anyways. Just enjoy the shit. Do whatever. But we got to focus when you get older, man. Got to focus on what you eat. Got to focus on exercise. Got to focus on getting your rest and shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, nobody want to do that shit. But as you get older, you start thinking about that shit if you want to live a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? When you're younger, you don't give a fuck about none of that shit, because you just like living in the moment. You're like, what's going to happen today? You know what I'm saying? Fuck tomorrow. What's happening today? So, and then you get a little older, you're like, damn, I'm fucking tired all the time, man. I gotta do something, man. I gotta get off my ass and do something, get myself right. Main thing is just be happy, man. Be happy. If you're happy in life, because happiness is the hardest thing to achieve. So if you got that, somebody make you happy, or if you happy with the way you look, or you happy with your job, or you happy with the money you have, hold on to that shit, man. Because happiness is probably that's the main goal of everybody, man. So don't put that aside for, wealth or something like that, or, everything else. Be happy, man. So that's my message for today. Talked a little about football, talked a little bit about November, or the weather and shit. And I'm going to end this podcast. I'm probably not going to do live streaming on YouTube, so I'll just put it up there on YouTube, D Myers 45. Of course, you can catch me on iTunes, DJ Treylow podcast. You know what I'm saying? DJ TREYLOW podcast. And of course, if you want some of my books, I'm multi-talented, man. I mean, not multi, I'll just whatever, get into all kinds of shit. Multitasking. I'll say multitasking, not multi-talented. Multitasking. So I don't want to pipe my own horn too much. Multitasking. You go on Amazon.com, punch in Mr. David Patrick Myers. I got 2 of them on there. Actually, I got 3. Well, one's a screenplay. I don't even know if it's still up there. It's called Years to Revenge. It's kind of cool, man. It's about a bum that, was in the mafia or whatever, and his family gets killed, and then he becomes this homeless dude for like 10 years, and just wandering around, getting drunk, drugs, and he happens to run across the guys that, were a part of the kill crew, and they've, of course they've, they're back then they were just regular ass hitmen, but then they, became, big time mob organization or whatever, big time gangsters. So he becomes a bum, but they don't see him coming. So he pretty much starts killing them all off because they killed his family. Because he tried to get out, basically, at the beginning. He's trying to get away from that life and just live a normal life with his family. So it's called Years to Revenge. It's a screenplay by David Patrick Myers. And, I got the Pavilion Vortex. Everybody says that was like too raw, man. Just too much killing, too much blood. But I wrote it when I was young, 2001, 2002. It's a short story called the Pavilion Vortex. And that's called PROVILL. I think, and then VORTEX, Pavilion Vortex. And then my last book is called The Rectangulars. It's a little bit watered down. It's not as extreme violence as Pavilion Vortex. It's kind of like more sci-fi than actual violence. But it's called The Rectangulars, RECTANGULARS. Yeah, I come up with these weird title names. Yes, I do. They're weird title books because I want to be kind of different. I want to get a book with a title that nobody else got. Somebody might have a rectangular book out there, but the rectangulars, plural, I don't know. I ain't seen too many books out there called the rectangulars. So, I try to get names and stuff that's different from everybody else so they can, Years to Revenge was kind of like a simple title. Let me get off this shit. I'm already 32 minutes in. I usually only do a podcast. It's only like 30 minutes. So I'll check y'all boys out. If you want to get the books, like I said, Amazon.com, punch in Mr. David Patrick Myers. That's my full name. And because there's another David Myers out there that's a psychologist or something. And that's not me, dude. Mr. David Patrick Myers. I'm an independent author, seller, self-published. Or go down to, I always say 6 in Congress. It's not 6 in Congress. It's 6 in Lamar, Book People. 6 in Lamar, Austin, Texas, Book People. I actually got my books on the shelf, even though they don't put self-published books on it. They're pretty cool about it, I put them up on the shelf in March in the horror section at Book People. I still got a book up there. I put the rectangular books up there in the horror section. I didn't even contacted them since I put the book up. And they're supposed to contact them every 6 months to keep the book going. So they probably might not even have a book up there. So just get it off of Amazon.com. And I'll check y'all out. What else? Mixtapes. Well, just get at me. DJ treylow at gmail.com. If you want me to sit up there and do a mixtape, or you got some shit, or you want to get on this podcast, just email me some shit, man. We could do an interview or something. You know what I'm saying? And movies, well, if you go on my YouTube, D Myers 45, I have one independent film on there. If you go into my what's it called, playlist, you look up Homeboys independent film, and Paul Wall from Swisher House was actually in the film. It's only like an extra sitting on the couch, but at least he was in the film, special guest appearance. It's kind of like a shitty ass independent film movie, so it's stupid as hell. And we couldn't get professional actors or anything, so it's just kind of like lame. But it's a movie regardless. There was another movie I did with Eric White from San Antonio. It's called Race Wars, and he was trying to make like a higher learning kind of film, but it was stupid. And it came out corny as hell, but I was supposed to be some racist white boy in it or something. It had a racist group, and it was just like, and then there was a black group, and we was fighting each other and shit. It was just stupid, man. And it just came out corny as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was thinking, but that was his film, so I was just a beginning actor at the time. I don't even know if you can get that film anymore or get a copy of it. I have a copy, but I lost my DVD copy. He actually did a repeat DVD copy, and it sucked, man, because he started adding all this whack ass music he does to it, and he can't rap. He's like corny rapper, but the original film I have on VHS and VHS tape, and it's actually the original film without the corny background music on it, and I need to get it put on DVD or so I can put it on my computer. Like, I mean, nobody has the film no more. It's good memories and shit. I remember one scene I was actually, we had to chase down this dude to beat him up or some shit. And I ran and I fucking threw my kneecap out of place, man. So I was like limping, and like two more scenes. If you watch the film, it's like a gemstone, because like, or whatever they call that, when there's something that happens in the movie, like we shot scenes in different sequences. So if you watch some scenes early in the film, you'll see me limping and shit, and then you'll see me in other parts of the end of the film where I'm not limping because I threw my kneecap out of place on a run scene. So it's kind of like a little gem for you if you ever watch Race Wars by Eric White, man. I don't even know what that dude's doing now. I know he's still in Austin, Texas or something, but I know he's not doing no more films. I think he has kids now and shit. You know, it's funny how people have kids and their life ends. You know what I'm saying? I have kids and I'll still do shit. All right, man. I'll check y'all out in Vegas, man. I'll do a podcast out there with SRT, something like that, and do some more music. Peace.